Okay, welcome everybody to this amazing event for Heart and Soul Dog Rescue and Pooch Dog Rescue Project with a special guest, Richie Marino from Greta Trains Dogs. And I am Karen Dendy-Smith. I'm the founder and one of the directors of the Animal Communication Collective. We're going to get started with your event by having Perry and Jackie just kind of welcome everyone and get everybody going, open up the event and explain who they are and why they came together tonight to do this.
Okay, I guess I'm up. Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie. I'm the founder and president of Heart and Soul Dog Rescue. Thank you, everybody who has joined tonight to support both of our rescues. Without our supporters, we can't do what we do. So basically, I started this rescue a year ago. I've been doing rescue since 2018, and I pull from the all New Jersey shelters wherever a dog is in need. And that's pretty much about Heart and Soul, short and sweet.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Carrie, say hi and say who you are. Oh, you're muted though.
She's on mute.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. My mom's muted too. Like, I don't know how to help her. I am the founder of Pooch Dog Rescue Project. I founded this rescue just over 3 years ago, and we saved our 75th dog about a week ago. So I see a lot of familiar faces on this Zoom. So first and foremost, thank you for continuous support, and the new faces. I hope to have you guys, be a supporter and a follower of our mission. But basically, we are exactly like Jackie. I actually met Jackie at the Newark shelter a couple years back. And we do the same. We dedicate to pulling dogs in need, dogs that need surgeries, dogs that perhaps are misunderstood by breed, age, you name it. We try to pull the underdogs for sure. And all tonight's proceeds will go to Jackie and myself. And we couldn't do it without the help of these amazing women and Richie with Greta Trains Dogs. So I'm happy to be here.
Oh, we're glad to do this for you. And it's so cool. This is our first combo event like this. So we're really excited to see how it worked and how you guys piggybacked off each other and helped. And thanks to Richie for introducing us to you. So Richie, do you want to turn on your camera and just wave and say hi for a quick sec? I know your part of the event isn't till later, but if you're there behind that beautiful dog at the moment, will you say hi? Or he may not be. There he is. So I'm going to unmute you. Just say hi for a second and say a little bit about Greta Trains Dogs.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up. My name is Richie. I'm with Greta Trains Dogs, and Greta, being the shelter dog that she was, had a hand in saving my life and making what is now today Greta Trains Dogs, where we help keep dogs in homes by teaching people, and we help rescues and shelter dogs as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. And so Richie's going to be able to talk a little bit about his philosophy and what it means to be a benevolent leader in the after party. So what's so cool is if you're here tonight and you haven't bought a ticket to the after party and you want to come, there's still time. So you can always do that while we're hanging out with each other during the readings. Okay, so my name is Karen Dendy-Smith. Like I said, I am the founder and one of the directors of the Animal Communication Collective. I just want to explain who we are because most people kind of turn their head sideways when they first go, what do you guys do? We are a group of professionally certified animal communicators. We all went to the same school. We all have gone through a very rigorous training to strengthen and fortify our intuition, which everyone has. I like to say it's like having stomach muscles. If you didn't have stomach muscles, you wouldn't actually be able to sit up or move in this world. And so we all actually have psychic abilities. We just decided to go back to school and open them back up because we end up shutting them down a lot when we get into our teen and adult years. But the collective is a group of 30 plus women at this point, all certified animal communicators. We all came together back during the pandemic, right around the pandemic time when everything was shutting down. I got a crazy download from my cat, Hockey Puck, who had passed. after having graduated as a communicator. And my husband asked, what are you going to do with this crazy certification that you have? And I was talking to him over a dinner after a funeral, actually, which is so weird. And I started spurting some words out of my mouth that I knew weren't mine. And I had a picture of Hockey Puck in my head. And he started like downloading me with, you need to help all of us, because he was a rescue as well and a stray. The people need to understand who we are, that we have feelings, that we have emotions, that we are here for a reason. And the best way to get to the most people you can is to go through rescues and shelters and help them help the people there understand what the animals are feeling, so we can all be adopted into families in an easier way. And that was the bloop that came out of my mouth. I brought it to my friends and colleagues who are here with me tonight. Some of them helped found this amazing organization 4 years ago. And it has grown over time. We're 30 plus communicators, as we said. We do events almost once a month now for rescues and shelters all over the world. And it is our job with the animal support to help give animals a voice and to support rescues and shelters and doing their good work, because you guys are all on the front lines and we want to support you as best we can. So that's who the Animal Communication Collective is. We do this out of the goodness of our hearts. We don't take any money for this. We all have our own private businesses as well. And so this is kind of our feel good, give back time. So that's who we are. And we'd love to do some introductions now. So you already know who I am. The last thing I'm going to say is I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. And I also have a background in soul level intuitive coaching, which is connecting with spirit guides and helping people move forward with the messages their animals are trying to teach them once the animals have communicated. I also have a background in Chinese energy medicine, and I teach a form of meditation called Honggu Shendong, and I do the energy work for people and animals. I'm a retired and recovering advertising person. I had a business for 28 years, and now I only do this 100% of the time, and I am so happy. So that's who I am. So I'm going to pass it over to my co-captain for the evening, Meredith.
Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Tollison. I am down here in Tupelo, Mississippi. I love saying where we're all from because it just shows that we can do this work from anywhere. Thankful for the technology that allows us to do that. I'm also a soul level animal communicator and soul level intuitive coach. I am not doing this full time yet, unfortunately, but I'm inspired by many of my colleagues that I hope one day I will be able to. I have a background in training. I'm a certified dog trainer and focused on behavior. So I'm super interested to see what Richie has to say for us later this evening. I'm not doing training anymore, but I'm grateful for the knowledge that I have that I can bring into my animal communication readings. I'm also a Let Animals Lead Reiki practitioner for animals, an end-of-life pet companion doula, and gosh, probably a couple of other things. But I love doing the work that I do as one of the directors of the Animal Communication Collective. I love working with these people that are here tonight. And I am so grateful that all of you have come to help support Buddha Pooch and Heart and Soul Dog Rescue as we go through this event. Looking forward to it.
And Jody, say hi.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jody Crotty, and I too am a soul level animal communicator. I'm just north of Karen in New Hampshire. So Karen and I are probably about an hour away from each other. So New Hampshire, it's kind of the upside down Vermont, if you think about it. So I kind of live in the woods. As I said before, I'm a soul level animal communicator. I come from the veterinary technician world. I was a veterinary technician for about 10 years, and then I became a pet loss professional. So I help parents grieve the loss of their furry children as well. I am a author of a children's book called Do You Talk with Animals? And it's about, keeping that connection alive with our children and bringing them outside. And so all of the animals that are in the book, even a stink bug, that's right, a stink bug, and a bear, I've communicated with, and the messages that they have just been amazing. So I currently, like Meredith, have another outside job as well as my own business here. And that's probably it about me. I have 2 human children and 4 furry children, and I also have a snake who I absolutely love. His name is Zuko, so he's a good boy. But anyways, that's about me, and I'm gonna toss it over to Julie. There she is, she's over there.
Hi, everybody. My name's Julie Heert, and I'm actually to the west of Karen and Jody and to the north of Meredith. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where it is really hot right now. I don't understand what's happening. I am a certified soul level animal communicator, just like the rest of this group. I'm also a certified soul level intuitive coach. I'm the social media director for the Animal Communication Collective. And I am the co-host of the Animal Communication podcast that I do with Meredith and Karen on a weekly basis on mindbodyspirit.fm, Apple and Spotify. So check that out if you get a chance. I also write a weekly column on Substack called Trust the Animals. So also check that out if you'd like. Lastly, I am a certified angel tarot card reader and a almost close certified spirit animal sacred alchemy practitioner coming up, which is something new. It's an energy medicine, so I'm really excited about that coming online. And my dog, my own thing, my one thing that I care for outside of my husband is my dog named Lucas, who I love dearly and who broke my leg about 5 years ago. Just before I got to meet Karen in person, in an effort to get me out of my advertising, burning me out career. And here I am, and I do this work full time. So I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to meet all of you.
Donna, say hi. She's going to be helping on tech this evening, so she'll not be
Hi.
reading, but she's part of our gang. So just introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Donna Norris. I'm also a certified soul level communicator. You guys are in such great company tonight. This is going to be fun. In addition to that work, I also am a psychic medium. I do intuitive counseling. I'm a practicing Reiki practitioner, crystal cards, crystals and cards, and just love what I do. And I'm happy to be able to be moving into this full time. Yay. So my boys love it. You'll see office assistant number 1 behind me. And office assistant number 2 is sharing the chair with me right now. So my boys are here. Gang's all here.
Excellent. And we have a new member, a brand new member of the collective. Anne, just wave and say hi. She's helping out tonight too and learning the ropes. So where are you located, Anne, just so everybody knows?
Right now I'm in Maine, so I'm north of you. And in the fall season and winter, I'm in Naples, Florida. So I kind of have the best of both worlds.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
And when I'm in Naples, I work at the zoo, which is really wonderful because I get to talk to the animals every day. I'm also a soul level animal communicator as well. And I came from I started out being in the world of school secretaries. And so I was able to be around when my kids were growing up and in the school system. So that was really fortunate as well. So, yeah.
Okay. And and Donna's in Key West. You forgot to say that. All right. So we're going to just explain really quickly how this works. Oh, somebody's. Okay, so we're going to explain how this works. Animal communication is something that we all can do. We just don't realize we're actually doing it every day because we aren't focused on it. But animals communicate through telepathy all the time. It's why your cat's waiting at the door for you. It's why the dog and the deer in the backyard are all of a sudden friends and you don't know how it happened, or why the dog and the cat hang out with each other all the time. Because animals have not lost the capacity to communicate through the clairs, as we say. So they send images to each other, they send emotions to each other, they sense the environment, they hear at a level frequency that we don't. They can feel our energy in a way that we've forgotten how to sense each other's energy. So they can read our energy and they know how we're feeling. So we can't lie to them. When we tell them we're okay, they call BS on us because they know what's really happening for us. And so they communicate like this with each other all the time. It's a lighter, brighter vibration frequency that they're in when they're doing this. So what we learned to do was to lighten up and open up our frequencies so that we could share information at that level. And the way that animals communicate is they send stuff out and they wait to have it sent back. So they aren't forcing each other into communication. They're offering and then they wait to receive back. And so that's what we're doing with your animals as well tonight. Is we're going to be working with them in that way. And the last thing we want to do is, Meredith, would you explain what we're looking for? And then we're going to get rolling.
Absolutely. So what we're looking for is not much information on the front end. We like to have just a few pieces of information, and that is as simple as this. We'd like your animal's name, their gender, their species, and I don't even mean breed. I just mean, is this a dog, a cat, a bearded dragon, a bird? And whether they are alive or in spirit. Yes, we can connect with animals in spirit. To us, it's all energy. And so it doesn't matter whether they're sitting next to you, whether we can see them on the screen, or whether they've gone on to the other side. We will ask you for this information at the beginning of the reading, as well as one question that you would actually like to ask your animal. We ask that Donna and Ann will be posting information in the chat, but please don't post your information in the chat before a reading, asking for or providing information. We want to be sure that the information we're receiving is coming from your animals. And we will all receive that in all different ways. We'll be working in pairs. We all work a little bit differently, but very similarly and at the same time, and work very well together. So it's going to be interesting to see the different information and the way that it comes through for each of us. We'll be choosing you intuitively. We will ask you if you're comfortable with a reading, if you have your camera on. If you are, great. If you're not, you can feel free to say no and we'll move on to the next person. So name, gender, species, and alive or in spirit. That's really all we need to know and all we want to know to be able to give you the best quality reading as we go forward.
Right. So we're ready to roll. So our first, Meredith and I are going to work together. And I have been being guided to Tara since we tried to figure out your name. So Tara, are you up for a reading? And we have to unmute you.
I am, but I had a feeling I was going to be at the top of the class, and I was like, "What am I? Who am I asking? And what am I?"
Oh, I see you're intuitive as well.
So, well, I don't know if I should ask. I don't know if I should ask my old dog or my new dog a question. I'll say
Okay.
both of them were female. Both of them were dogs, and one was named Izzy and one is named Iris. And from there, I don't really know what to ask. Do you
So
have
Meredith,
any?
you're getting a hit on one over the other?
Izzy,
Me too.
Okay. Yeah.
So
All right.
female
So-
dog, and she's in spirit or she's with you?
No, she's in spirit.
okay, in spirit. And what do you have a question for Izzy? Is there anything in particular you want to know?
I mean, of course she's in spirit, so I want to know that, like how the end of it all went for her.
Okay. It's okay, honey.
But I would rather, like, if you guys have an instinct about like what she would want to say, I suppose
Okay.
that's more because obviously everybody wants to know if
Okay.
all
right.
that went.
No
So
worries. All
part
right.
of your question too is, did she have something to do with Iris's place in your life?
Yes.
Okay, and that answer is resoundingly yes, but let's go right in there.
Okay.
So Karen, how would you like to rephrase this? I mean, what does she want you to know about the end of her life, or there the way that the animals try to or choose to speak with us about the end of their life is really interesting, and I think you'll see that. Is there some specific concern you have, or you're just kind of questioning
it
the
kind of like
experience in general?
it was hard. Like towards the end, it wasn't like we kind of knew she would be getting towards the end because she was older, but like it all happened very quickly. And then even our new dog came pretty quickly thereafter.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you know,
Let's just ask her what she would like for you to know.
Yeah.
About her decline, her transition. You feel okay about that, Karen?
I do, yeah. Okay. All right, Izzy. So I have to say, I got an image of her right away. Like I heard I'm a rock star. And I literally saw her, like if she were human, she would have been one of those really cool rock chicks, like doing one of these with electric guitar. And she's like, I'm a rock star in heaven, Mom. Just so you know, I'm a rock star. And she thought she was that also when she was in her body as well.
Cool.
but she's coming into me as a rock star granny. There is
She was
there's
granny.
some oh, I can't think of her name. I'll have to look it up and I'll share it with everyone. An old blues musician who was an older woman who played the hell out of a blues guitar. And I mean, she literally had the polyester dress and the hair that got set every Friday and the sensible shoes where her ankles were a little bit swollen and coming over the edge. And Izzy's showing herself to me. I was seeing all of these whiskers, like old lady chin hairs that she just doesn't care about. She's not worried about trying to, have some work done or change her style or anything like that. She is a granny and proud of it, but she is rocking that blues guitar. So I'm kind of asking her, why is it the blues that you're showing me? Is it just this image of this musician that I've followed, or is it something else? And she says that there's something that really resonates with her about the blues, the soulfulness, the depth of it, the roots that are in there, that there's something about her personality that is so deep and soulful that she wants to be sure that came out in her expression. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I just see this butt and it's like going like this back of a butt, like a nice strong butt too. Like, okay, this sounds real weird, but like this nice strong butt and it's this tail and it's just like strong hind when it was strong. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. And I also got the sense from her, there was something, I don't know if you must know what, well, I get the sense that you may have known what was going on with her, but I feel like there's some constriction going on here and I can't tell if it's carotid artery or lymph, but there's something going on here that I felt in her go like tighten up. Does this make sense to you, Tara?
Yeah. She had a thyroid problem.
Oh, so it is this right here. And it kind of got really like,
Yeah.
yeah.
She had a thyroid problem for her whole life, pretty
Okay.
much.
Yet she could still vocalize in a way. And I'm going with the blues theme. This is the animals take me on a theme trail. She could still sing like a big old artist. And I'm seeing oh, what are those shoes? Like wingtip shoes, the black and white, shiny, like in a juke joint. And I'm just seeing these feet dancing. There was a lot of joy even in her decline and a lot of expression, but it feels like both physical and artistic expression that she's putting out there. She could sing like a nightingale and she could dance like nobody's business. And when Karen's talking about her butt and her tail, I see it going around in a circle,
Always
like a fan on a stand, like you're
Yeah.
in a really hot old juke joint. It's just going around in a circle.
Yes.
And there's a beautiful expression coming through from that. Even in her declining time, there was still a joy and an expression and an art coming from her.
Cool.
And
Very
she wants you to know, it's interesting. She's like, you couldn't have done anything. You couldn't have done anything more. She makes me feel like some part of her system just kind of eventually turned on itself.
Yeah.
And so it was communicating the wrong thing to the rest of her system, which was backing something up and not letting her flow the way she was supposed to flow in her body.
Yeah. That sounds about right towards the end there.
And I'm getting some chills from that. And she's like, I lived my life like a rock star and I went out like a rock star, like fast and furious, kind of like, a rock star lives their lives. And then when it's done, it's done. And she was very proud of having this full, rich life with you and doesn't want you to feel like she missed anything or that you missed anything.
Cool.
She's just so grateful for you. She says, you're a pretty feisty woman yourself, Tara. You got a lot of energy yourself, like strong energy.
There are two additional points she'd like for me to make to you.
Yeah.
One is, as she came in saying, even before we got started, she has a hand in Iris in your life. She is not reincarnated, but she is, she's helping guide Iris. Iris is a slightly younger soul than Izzy. And so she's bringing her through some of these lessons. But there are certain aspects of her personality where like you accidentally mess up and call her Izzy from time to time. There's certain aspects where you're like, oh my God, that's so Izzy. I can't even believe that you just did that.
Everything.
Is that true?
Yeah, all the bad things that we wanted to, when we got this dog, we were like, let's keep her from constantly going and go in and out. Let's, all the things that we were gonna not, try to train out of this one. She like came in intuitively and picked up on all of her bad habits. And all my girlfriends that are on here know what I'm talking about, letting her out of the house all the time.
So that's like her rock star bad boy behavior. It's like Keith Richards. Like, I don't care what you tell me I'm supposed to do backstage. I'm going to do this backstage. I don't know.
Right.
And she's, Keith Richards is what, 114 years old. He's got it figured out somehow. Isn't he? Isn't he still alive?
Yes, but he is old.
Yeah. The other thing is, this singing, this expression, this vocalization. There's a voice in you that she would like to see you strengthen, that she would like to see you use. I don't know if you're a singer, if you're a performer, if you're a speaker, or if there's just a communication thing that you're stepping up in your life, but she is supporting you in that, and she's got you.
Cool. I think I know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Ooh, ladies, watch out. I'm going to start singing.
Woo, awesome. Well,
That's
I'm just checking
not
here.
at all true.
I think she's just saying, I love you. I haven't left. And the point is I am using the other, what is the other dog's name again? I'm sorry.
Iris.
Iris. I am using Iris because how else are you going to know I'm still around? So that's kind of her way of letting you know she's still around and watching over you.
Yeah. That's very cool. Thank you.
So,
that's very cool.
You're welcome. So thank you for sharing her with us, Tara. And we're so sorry for your loss.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, it happens.
It happens, but it's still like,
beauty of it, right?
Gets the heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. I love your house party Zoom going on. That's fabulous.
It has a lot to do with us being unable to maybe figure it all out ourselves. So just do it all in one.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Jody Crotty, you ready to read with me?
I'm ready. Let's rock and roll.
Well, I would like to know if Darlene would like to have a reading. Darlene nods yes. All right, Darlene, you ready for this?
I am.
So who have you got? What's your animal's name?
Her name is Nina. She is female. She's my dog, and she is asleep right next to me.
Fantastic. And what is your question you'd like to ask of Nina? Is it Nina, Nina?
It is.
Okay.
It is. I don't know. She's a rescue. I don't know a lot about her prior to me life, but I guess I just want to check in with her and make sure that she's happier now.
Okay. So what does she want you to know about how she feels about her life with you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you that I have found, and Jody, you can back me up on this, if you feel the same way. I have found that, especially in rescue animals, they don't love to show us a lot about their backgrounds, especially if it was less than lovely. They have this amazing ability to move past things that we as humans don't have the ability to move past. But I will tell you, I always get whatever the animal's name is, I always get some reference to the animal's name. And as soon as you said her name, I got the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. That there was some sort of journey, there was some sort of adventure, there was some sort of journey, travel, that wasn't necessarily the prettiest. I can't imagine that hygiene situations on those sailing ships in the 1490s were lovely, that they were fun, that it was an easy journey, like being on a transatlantic cruise. So I'm feeling a little bit of a reference to adventure, but not without hardship, but looking forward to the landing on the other side and seeing what came forward from that. Does that make sense to you with what you do know? Okay.
Yes.
What you got, Jody?
So, yeah, so Darlene, very similar to what Meredith was talking about, but I got the desert. So Journey, and you are her oasis. So at the end of this long journey, there's this sense of comfort and relief that she's finally here, finally in a place where it's like an oasis. It's beautiful. It's comforting. The word keeps coming through for me is comforting, but she was showing me the desert, the wind whipping in my face, the hardship of not having any water, being barefoot, being exposed to the elements is what I get from her with that. But you are her oasis. And the other thing, she's got a little bit of a sass to her too, to where she's like, you're lucky to have her because it took her all this time to get to you. So you're lucky to have her. So there's that little bit of kind of sassiness backfire. I went through the freaking desert for you kind of thing from her. But you are her oasis. You've made it very comfortable. You've made it very welcoming for her. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
So similar to Meredith, but again, I got the whipping and the hardships and not having any water and just, and she, again, with the sass, you should be thankful that she's her. Kind of like, I made it all this way and I'm here. So yeah, I made it for you. There's that little bit. Tenacity is another word that's coming through for me for her. Very tenacious, joyful. And sometimes when I get the fist bumps, there's this back and forth of like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But it's more of like a bro relationship, like, yo, I got you, bro, I got you, like that. But again, there's the tenacity of how the two of your souls are connected. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Mayor?
I love the tenacity and the sass. And Jody, I love that you got not enough water and I got too much water. Like, I feel like I need to take my shoes off. My toes are stuck together. I'm tired of being in the water. And so definitely reflecting that challenge to get to where she got to. But the tenacity and the sass, what does it take to get on a sailing ship? Or what does it take to strike out across the desert? She did what she had to do to get to where she is. So your question for her as to how does she feel about being with you and what does she want you to know about that? She's definitely showing me that you have how shall we say this? A tendency to overdo for her. She might be a little bit spoiled in your care.
Is Jackie telling you that?
I've not spoken to Jackie about her, no, but there's definitely a sense in you that you love having this receptacle, this place to give this much love and to add to the greater good in this world by virtue of this beautiful animal in your life. And she is all about that. She's like, fine, after crossing the desert and the 7 seas, I'm good with that. And she really appreciates how much you do for her. I'm going to say she recognizes that it's more than she requires for her comfort or to know that she's loved or to even feel appreciated. But she doesn't really, she wants me to tell you that, but she sort of wants me to take it back because she doesn't want me to stop.
She doesn't want to stop. She's my girl. She's staring at me now.
She's like, oh man, you told her. You told her.
It's out of the bag now. It's out of the bag.
She's like, damn.
Exactly. So the thing that's coming through from Nina, you are enough. You don't have to, as Meredith was saying, you don't have to kind of overindulge. She's not gonna like refuse it. No, heck no. Like, bring it to me. but she also wants you to know that you are enough in everything that you do for her. Even if it's just the littlest, tiniest thing, you are enough. Again, she's not going to deny like all of this stuff, because there's that part of her is like, yeah, you know what? I deserve this. I'm me. I'm going to let her do it. But then there's that back and forth of like, you are enough, Darlene, all of those things that you do. And then she's kind of bringing back around again, like how she got to you. There was a purpose of how she got to you when she got to you. Does that make sense? Like how she got to you and when she got to you.
Yeah.
So there was something going on. She wants to draw your attention to that and be thankful, like, oh, she came in right at the perfect time.
Yep.
Because there's a bigger, huge soul lesson in that for you. And she's kind of like patting herself on the back. Thank God I came when I did, because Darlene would have been a mess. Kind of like that. Does that make sense? Again, she's very tenacious about how she's giving her energy, but then she's also gracious in a way that she's so thankful for you. But there was that point where, thank God she came in when she did, if that makes sense.
And
Yeah.
that goes both ways. I actually hear her say the words, I saved her life. And I don't know if she's saying that she saved your life or you saved her life, but it feels like both. And she may be being a little bit dramatic, but she may not be.
We probably all saved each other.
Yeah, there's a reason that you're together. And I'm seeing, ladies, I'm seeing our hands. Like we've all got each other. This is how we say we support each other, and we've got you right here. You've got each other, and she's grateful for you and you're grateful for her. And the time that you have together is to be treasured.
Oh, thank you. That's great.
Does that feel pretty complete, Darlene?
It does. It does.
Good.
It,
Thank you. Thank you
thank
for
you.
sharing.
Just, yeah, thank you, Darlene. And one little snippet from her is like, yeah, I did that. Like, again, she's patting herself on the back. Like, I did that. I got through. I did that. So give her a little bit of credit.
I
did that.
She wants a brother. We keep telling her to get her a brother. She's probably too spoiled and doesn't want a brother.
She thinks she wants a brother, but she doesn't want to share.
She don't want to share.
But if she got one, they'd figure it out.
I bet she would. Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you, Darlene. She's amazing. Amazing soul.
Thank you.
So yeah, no worries.
So super
Thanks,
quick
Mary.
before we move on, you can still buy raffle tickets and tickets to the after party if you have not done that already. Donna and Ann will post the link to that in the chat. This is your last call. At the end of this next reading, ticket sales will be closed. All right, Jody, off to you and Julie.
Woo woo. Are you ready, Miss Julie?
You know it. Let's go.
Okay. So this individual, as soon as this individual came on, I knew right away. Mike, are you up to have your animal read, Mike?
Sure.
Are you sure? Okay.
I am.
Okay, so just, yeah, awesome. Just a reminder, keep it simple. Animal's name, what kind of animal it is, the species, male or female, and if it's alive or crossed over. Who would you like us to connect him with?
Sure. Before I say anything, I want to give a shout out to my girl, Carrie. Without her, we wouldn't have him, right? So and she came along at a really crucial time because we had lost our Allie, who I was her human, but I know she's in a good place. So he is Totoro. His full name, his short name is Toro. Yes, he's named after the anime character from the Japanese cartoon with the protector of the forest. He kind of looks like him. He's all brown.
Oh no, don't tell us. We want to see.
Yeah, don't tell us. Don't tell us.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
He's a dog. He's a 70-pound pit lab.
Nope, male.
Male, sorry.
Alive.
He's alive.
Yes.
He's alive.
All right, Mike, that's it. That's it, Mike. That's it. So what's your question, Mike?
I know he's happy because the way he behaves. Is there anything he wants me to know that we're not taking care of?
Okay.
something from his
Is there-
past. You know, I know we don't know anything about his past other than it was not good.
Okay, so what we can ask Toro is what would he like to share now about your relationship?
Sure.
Does that sound, how does that feel,
Perfect.
Julie?
Yeah, that's so, he's got a lot to say. Yes.
He does have a lot to say. He's awesome. All right, so Mike, just give us a second. So you're gonna just sit there, and then Julie, whenever you're ready, we can kind of jump right in. I'm moving people around a little bit. So here we go.
Okay. All right.
This is so funny because he's very chatty Cathy, very energetic, his energy, Mike, is like big energy. I don't know if he's a big dog or whatever, big energy. He's showing me like a guy walking into a bar that there's a ton of people. He swings open these doors and everybody's looking at him because he knows he's gorgeous. He knows this. And then everyone stares at him because he's so amazing because of this energy. So his energy precedes him, if that makes sense. He wants you to know that he's a looker. Like, yeah, I'm good looking. And then I'm also hearing the Saturday Night Fever, the John Travolta song when he's walking in the, like, because John Travolta was pretty badass in that movie. So Toro's like, I'm pretty badass. So it's like, oh, the way you walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. That's what I'm hearing in my head. And that's usually indicative of his personality. So when he walks into a room, everybody just stops. He's like, oh, Toro's here. Does that make sense?
That does. Yes.
Okay.
So
What do you get, Julie?
oh my gosh. So Toro is making me laugh from the get-go because all the things that Jody said, and he's also giving me this other vibe of being, there's like a coquettishness or like a flirtiness or there's a real strong sense of play. And here's the image that he's giving me, and someone's going to have to help me out from a Disney perspective. There was a bull in a Disney film that would be like all like kind of buff, but then at the same time would stand on its hind legs, and it was really pretty, but it would have a flower in its mouth, and then would be really kind of like flirty, like coquette. It would kind of blush, like, oh, look at me, kind of a feeling. So I don't know if anybody recognizes. Say what?
Ferdinand.
Yes, Ferdinand. Thank you, Kate. Yes,
Ferdinand the Bull, yes.
Yes, exactly. Does that make sense to you, Mike?
It does. It does. He's big personality. He's a character, and he doesn't mind being the center of attention.
And I'm hearing I'm a lover, not a fighter. Very like in the whole Michael Jackson kind of voice too. Like I'm a lover, not a fighter. So there's these like personalities, and I'm hearing him say people underestimate me every single time they see me.
Yeah, that's pretty close. He's
okay.
Yeah, and there's again, I feel like there's a deeper soul level connection between you and him, to where people misjudge him a lot of the time. People don't understand who he is. You know, they see this big, huge bull, as Julie said, but he's got a big, giant heart. And I feel that he's mirroring a lot of you, Mike, in the sense that you might be this big guy, but you have a genuine heart, and so does he. He wants you to understand that the two of you are more alike, he says, than you think. You know, the times that you want this and this, that, and the other. But there's so much deeper between the two of you. And I also feel like the two of you were together like in another lifetime too, like bros and hanging out and doing all that stuff too. So he's happy to kind of come back around in this lifetime to show you, okay. Sorry, he was just like, he yelled in my ear, man it up, man it up. So what, I don't know what that means, but he was just like, man it up. So just because you're this big guy and people are saying, oh my God, he's so scary, he's so intimidating, he's actually not. So the Ferdinand is totally him. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's interesting that you say man it up, Jody, because he's been answering the question for me about sharing what about their relationship. Is that okay, Jody? Are you good?
Yeah, no, totally. Go right
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So he was already saying like, okay, so here's the, because when Jody said soul level and then he said man it up, he's like, okay, Mike, this is how he's speaking. Mike, this is how he's talking to you. Mike, this is what we got to do. We got to wear our hearts on our sleeves and we can't be afraid about it. Like this is what I'm hearing him say. He's very matter of fact about it. It's like, we're the new breed of men and we're going to make things happen in this world. Two of us, we're going to change people's perceptions. We're going to wear our hearts on our sleeves and we're going to put it out there and we're not going to be afraid. That's what I hear. He crosses his arms across his chest and he's like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and he also is talking about you've got his back as much as he's got yours. Very similar to what Julie's saying. You have each other's back. And there's like this mirroring going on now. Julie's got something. You guys would almost wear like the same outfit. I don't know what that is. So like, hold on a second. Okay, so the two of you, same outfit. It's all white. It's a white top hat. It's a white like tuxedo with these like bright red bow ties. I don't know if you wear bow ties. Bright red bow tie. You two are so stylish together. And then you guys are in sync doing this like very silly, goofy dance routine, but you are in sync. And so again, there's this side of it that it's okay to wear like pink or purple or whatever. We're going to wear our hearts in our sleeves because this is who we are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And if you tell me, Mike, that you have a white tuxedo, I'm going to die because that's with a top hat and a red bow tie. So.
No, I don't have a white tuxedo.
Okay,
I
good.
don't.
All right,
but I do
that's
have
fine.
some very colorful clothing and shorts. And
Perfect.
So,
Julie, what'd you
Carrie
get?
knows me very well. She knows Toro very well, so she could probably weigh in and say how close you are and on us.
Yeah, I've been watching her nod. So here's what's really funny is, you know, when I started laughing and Jody, you said, oh, Julie's got something. I saw the two of them dressed in white suits, just like John Travolta wore in Saturday Night Fever, strutting down this road together with doing the, you can tell by the way I use my walk. So yes, so he was sharing that with both of us. So I don't know, Mike, if that means you need to go out and get white suits for the both of you. I don't know. But what I'm hearing him say though, is that he is just, and I hear this from, it's like, I can feel it from the depths of my heart that there's just like such a connection and so much love between the two of you. And that's all I can feel right now. Like, and it's showing me Ferdinand again. And I think Ferdinand's heart might have even popped out of his chest too, but there's such a deep connection. And I'm hearing him say how honored he is to be with you. And you can hear how he's having me draw it out. Like there is such a gravity to his words. I'm so honored to be with you and to work with you and to have you show me too how to be someone who puts their heart on their sleeve and to show the world that actually looks are one thing, but personality is everything. And I got personality. And then he likes to be funny at the end.
Yeah, he's big personality, huge.
Yeah.
So,
Did
that's
that
definitely him.
help, Mike? Did that answer your
Yes.
question too?
Thank you. Yes.
Cool.
He's an amazing, your partnership together is simply amazing. So thank you so much for sharing him with us.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And if you do go get matching outfits, please let Carrie know so then Carrie can send it to us.
Yes.
I want to see it.
I do too.
So,
Yeah.
thank you, Mike. It was amazing.
I will
You're welcome.
What's that, Carrie?
I said I will post when that happens because knowing Mike, that will happen. Just
Okay.
say.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks, Mike. Thank you, Toro. So just before Karen and I go ahead and select the next person, I just want to let everybody know that the sale of raffle tickets is now closed. So thank you to everybody who's purchased a ticket. We're so grateful for everybody being here and all the ticket sales so that we can help all the dogs and whatnot between the two organizations. So thank you so much. All right, Karen, are you ready? Okay, cool. So I've been really drawn this whole time to Jennifer. Is it Guerra, or how do you say your last name, Jennifer? See, I might help you. You're right there. That might help.
Hi, yes, Gara.
Guerra. Okay, great. Thank you. Jennifer, are you up for having a reading tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
I have my I actually have my husband here with me who actually had my friend Tara had gotten a bunch of tickets, so she gave them to us. So if he can be on, is that okay?
Of course, yes, yes, absolutely.
Feel free. What's your husband's name?
George, how are you? Hi, everybody.
Hi. And I couldn't hear what your name was. It cut off.
George.
George. Okay. Jennifer and George. Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Tara, I love it. Tara is the networker here. This is cool. All right, Jennifer and George, what is the name of your animal that you'd like us to connect with this evening?
Chester.
Chester. And Chester, dog, cat?
Dog.
Dog, okay. Is Chester, I'm guessing male
Male.
and alive?
No, he's passed.
In spirit, okay. All right, Chester, male dog in spirit. And what question did you have for Chester?
Geez, it's kind of, I feel like it's a loaded question.
We can rephrase it if we need to. You can just let us know what you're thinking.
What would he want to share with us as far as like why he passed when he did, or and I guess how is he now?
Okay.
Okay. So how do you feel, Karen, about what would you like to share with us about your passing and how you are right now?
I would like to ask him though, just add in, what do you want to share about your passing that is for Jennifer and George's best and highest good?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just writing it down.
Okay, Chester, come on,
Yeah.
come in, bud.
All right. Connecting with Chester. So as I connect in with Chester, I feel, how do I say this? I can feel that he is actually, and I think Meredith had this earlier too with another animal, but a very old soul. There is a, it's like this sense of wisdom. I mean, my body feels heavier too, but it's not necessarily heavy from the weight of whatever, but it's more like there's just a lot of knowledge, wisdom inside here. And I can feel it all in my chest and my belly. And I actually feel really grounded. And I actually also feel like I'm kind of in the presence of something really, really special. Don't see many of these types of souls come around a whole lot. And I also see him, he's actually showing himself to me as a golden retriever. And I don't know if that's what he really was, but there's something about the goldness of it, if you will, that's not only maybe how his coat actually was, but there is such a glow around him that what I'm hearing him say is everybody would notice it. Much like Toro, people, personality before him, but there was like a presence or an energy or a glow that people would be actually drawn to, like a firefly, is what I'm hearing him say. Does any of this make sense to you?
Yeah, the old soul, definitely. We felt from the beginning that he was like, he felt like an old soul.
And even before you asked the question, when he was coming in, I saw this huge heart come in front of him. Like this big red heart came in front of him, and I felt like it was kind of like a boom, 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 boom toward you guys. And I heard, and I don't know what this means, you didn't make a mistake. Do you guys understand what he's saying by that? You didn't make a mistake. I also get the sense from him that he passed too soon, like earlier than anyone would have expected, but that it wasn't because you made a mistake. Does that resonate with you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. He really wants to bring that home, because I'm also feeling in my body and with that heart, big heart that he showed me, because of the energy medicine that I do, I'm actually feeling like a real cold energy running through my heart chakra. Like some energy off in his system. I don't know if was the heart sending it out that way or the heart not receiving energy the way that it should have, but there's some coldness in my heart chakra that makes me just want to say to you, you didn't make a mistake and I can feel this, whatever that means. I'm just trying to really stick to the raw data and not try to interpret that at this moment.
Okay.
Okay. What are you getting, Julie?
I was getting something and then it just disappeared, completely disappeared from my head. Oh, it had something to do with how he said people were drawn to him like a firefly kind of a thing. Fireflies' lights are green. So when you said the heart chakra and I thought green, and then he's like, yeah, that's why, because I was a firefly. So it's interesting to me how they'll kind of make all these different connections. So and I'm hearing him say too that excuse me. Oh, that's interesting. What I'm also hearing him say is this leading with this greenness of the firefly as well as the heart chakra. There is this sense of leading with the heart in that it's like anything and everybody he absolutely loved. There was what I'm seeing is there's just such a purity, which we know animals come at everything from unconditional love, but there's like an extra sense, and I'm also hearing from him because he's such an older soul. He really approached everything with, wow, this like loved everybody that was around him just so clearly. And you could just see what I'm hearing him say is all he ever wanted to do was just stare at everybody and like look at them in the eyes just to say, see, look, I can see you and I love you and you're great just as you are. He was constantly affirming this for everybody that he met. That's what I'm hearing him say. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And when I ask him, what does he want you to know? I mean, this is different than asking about his passing. What he wants you to know is he wants you to know, Jennifer, he knows what a gentle heart you have. He could feel your gentleness in your heart, and he was so grateful for it. And he also wants to say to you, George, yeah, you were my best friend. So he really wants you guys to know how much he saw you and was grateful for you. And he's sorry that it didn't get to go longer, is what he's actually saying. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Jennifer, by chance, are you wearing a green shirt?
I am.
All right. I just was looking at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's wearing a green shirt. He wants you to know that's his color for both of you. So if you ever need to feel close to him or watch for signs when things that are real green, that like vibrantly green that catch your attention, that's him giving you a sign that he's right there and he's still right there in your heart.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
you.
So did that help answer some of your questions? I feel like he's dancing around the exact reason for his death, except that he keeps bringing me to this chillingness in the flow of the energy in and around here in his heart.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't know that connection.
Okay.
With the heart, because from what we know, it wasn't anything with his heart that he passed.
Was it? Well, just tell us. Do you mind telling us what it was? Because
he was only 3, and he had a slipped disc, and so we actually gave him a surgery, and then about 9 months later he started having the same symptoms, and so we took him, and the only other option would be surgery, and it was just unfortunate that we weren't able to do that, and he wasn't able to walk, and he was just deteriorating. So we had the decision to put him down.
Okay.
But it's just I've held a lot of guilt for what more could we have done.
Yeah, that's why he came and saying you didn't make a mistake. And the flow of energy was just not working. Like, so it may have been a slip disc from your perspective, but he was showing me that just the signals, the flow of energy in his body was not working. And it was chilling the flow even to his heart.
Okay.
So, Yeah, I'm so sorry. Such a short life, but such an old soul.
Mhm.
Yeah, beautiful soul.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open for green
Yeah.
and gold fireflies, he says too. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thank
You
you,
guys,
Jennifer. Yeah.
thank you for letting us connect with
That's-
him.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Gosh, it's
Meredith
supposed
and
to be
Julie.
me and Julie. Julie, that's 3 in a row. You doing
Oh,
okay?
I didn't realize.
ladies?
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, I did that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I wasn't, that's totally, I'm up for, let's go.
Do you feel up to picking?
Okay, let's see. I wasn't having, oh, let's see here. I think we should talk to Melissa. I just all of a sudden I was looking around, I got right to Melissa.
Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Thank you so
Good.
much.
Yeah. Who do you want us to connect with tonight, Melissa?
I'd like to have you connect with Scruffer. He's my doggy who's alive.
And male. Yeah.
And male. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. And your question?
So I'm planning to move to Texas, which would be a huge move starting from scratch, not knowing anybody. And, but I'm excited about it personally. And I'm just wondering how he might feel about that. And my concern would be me leaning on him too much, maybe like really being dependent on him, because it is just him and me right now. And I love that, but I just want to know if there's anything I should be aware of with that going forward.
Okay. So if we kind of open that up a bit and just say, how do you feel about moving to Texas?
That works.
For your mom's greatest and highest good. That sound good?
Yes.
What do you
Yes,
think?
thank
Meredith?
you.
Yeah, Meredith, you good with that? Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right. Okay, so connecting with Scruffer. It's just making me giggle, and I don't know.
He's hilarious.
Yeah. You go ahead, Mary. You go ahead.
So you said Texas, and I saw longhorn cattle. Like I see him out in a field, and like his best friend is this big. Donna, you spent time in Texas. What am I talking about? It's the longhorns, with these great big, and he's kind of out in a pasture being like, yeah, I'm hanging out with this cow. Look at this. This is cool. And I hear the words, everything's bigger in Texas. But then parenthetically, he says, including mama's worries. Like mama's worked up over this more than I am. I'll go to Texas. I'll make friends with a cow. I'll lie in the bluebonnet fields. I'll go on Instagram. Mama's worrying a lot about it because mama's got some concerns about whether this is the right move. And she's making an excuse that it's her concern for me. I don't know where you're located. There is a little bit of we're really going to make a cross-country road trip or not. I don't know if you're actually doing that. He'd like a fancier RV with some slide outs and leather or pleather seats and not the things that your claws get kind of stuck in the polyester like car seats, cloth seats. But he's kind of turning it back around and making me laugh about it, that he's good wherever he goes as long as he's with you, and you need to chill out.
Okay.
And not make as much a deal about it. This is him giving me like, boom, answer to your question before he even shows me his personality. But I feel like he's showing me his personality because I think he's hilarious and he wants to be BFFs with a tiny little calf who's going to turn into this great big longhorn cow. What you got, Julie?
I was gonna say there's some rescues we work with in Texas, so if you need that calf, Melissa, just let us know. Yeah.
Okay.
We can get you a calf for sure.
Well, at first, Melissa, he was making me laugh because it was like, okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but it was like he was scooting his butt across the carpet and just like having like this little boot. Okay, and then it goes, then I hear him say boot scoot and dance, which I don't know a whole lot about Texas, but I know about the Texas two-step and all that stuff. So boot scooting good time. Like that's what I'm hearing. But he's scooting his booty across the carpet. And this is why he was making me laugh because he's just having a lot of fun. the other thing, Melissa, and to some degree, maybe answering your question, he immediately started playing. There's a song that Lyle Lovett. I'm a huge Lyle Lovett fan. There's a
Oh, I
song.
love Lyle.
Okay, yeah. That's not right. You're not from Texas, but Texas
Not
wants
from
you
Texas.
anyway.
I got it too, Julie.
I got set when you did the horns, and I'm like, that's right. I'm not from Texas.
not from
I love
Texas.
it. You're not from Texas. Anyway, so what I'm hearing you say is Texas wants us anyway. Texas wants us anyway. And he's so excited. I'm hearing him say, let's go, let's go, let's go. And here's why. He's like, I asked everything about the worries. He's like, wide open spaces, like he said, Meredith. But for you too, it's wide open spaces, brand new start, so many opportunities. And I hear him say too, this Texas wants you anyway. There's something about it in you. What I'm hearing him say is like, people want to meet you that are in Texas. And so it's like, come on, let's go, let's go. I'm hearing him say he's really excited. We're going to have a blast. He's like, lean on me all you want, Mom, because you can't break me, is what I hear him say. And I just, let's go, let's go.
I love that. Oh my gosh, all of this resonates so deeply. I can't even tell you.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Julie, here, as long as we've worked together, I did not know you were a Lyle Lovett fan.
Oh, I am huge.
My
Yeah.
very favorite artist in the whole wide
I
world.
love him.
And I was getting that's right, you're not from Texas. And there's a line about it, wear your pants a little longer. You know, it's going to be obvious, Melissa, that you're not from Texas. So don't try and fit in like a Texan, but Texas wants you anyway. And there's some special work that you're supposed to do there. And you guys can do it together, but don't try and make anybody try and believe that that's where you started out, right?
Right.
Don't. So here's the message. And y'all, this is such a word from the 80s. Don't be a poser. Do y'all remember that? Don't go and try and pretend like you fit in. Be like, I'm not from here, but now I'm here and we're going to do things together. And, you know, do the boot scoot boogie, learn the boot scoot boogie, get yourself a pair of boots, get yourself a hat, wear your pants a little longer. But he's fine with it. You're worried about it. He wants you to chill out and relax about it.
Yeah. Go have fun. And also just real quick is just know that I'll say he's calling it seasoning from all the other places that you've ever lived that may make you stand out in Texas are the reasons why Texas wants you. So celebrate all of it and enjoy it and go get a hat and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeehaw, girls. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Melissa.
That was awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I think we have time for one more. So we'll try to do one more. Jody, are you up for this?
I am game, Miss Care.
We'll try to keep it focused because we have to get ready for spinning the wheel, right? Before we move on to hanging out with Richie. So we'll keep this one. All right. Whichever animal is guiding us, help us keep it sweet, short, and clear. Okay. So who do we want to reach out to? Jody, it's your choice.
I choose Jessica. Where did she go? Where did Miss Jessica go? Oh, where did she go? Did she go off?
She might
Maybe
have.
she went off. She had her little earbuds in.
She might have.
See you, Jessica?
I don't see her. All right, you'll have to pick
I don't see her.
Okay. So
All right.
number 2.
All right, here we go. Who am I being drawn to right now? Kate Myers. Are you up for a reading today, Miss Kate Myers? You're going to have to unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yay. All right.
Kate.
So let's start with the animal you'd like us to connect it with, Kate.
Tiny Tim, male.
Tiny Tim.
And what else?
Alive.
Dog?
Oh, a dog. Yes. It's a dog.
And what
Alive
is your
or
question?
crossover?
Just more physical than anything else. How is he feeling? especially his eyes and his knees.
Okay. All right. And full disclosure, I do know Kate. I have talked to Tim before, but I haven't talked to him in a long time. So let's see what he has to say today versus what he said like months ago, right? Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you go first, Jody, because I do know Tim and I want raw data from you first, if that's okay.
That sounds good. Just give me a second.
Okay.
So Kate, when I connect in with, he's not really tiny, but he does like the name Tim. Right about, I'm getting two sensations physically. The first one, I'm feeling super warm and hot. I'm always cold all of the time. So I'm actually starting to sweat a little bit. I do feel a little achy, not pain, but just achy all over, almost like a stiff. And every time I try to, it feels good to kind of like just stretch because I feel like my muscles, there's a lot of action going on in my muscles from shoulders, hips, thighs, not necessarily knees. That's where it seems to be the heat is coming from for that. That's all he's physically showing me is the heat, the like just sore muscles. I do feel again, I'm not getting anything in the knees. It's more thighs and back. Like, so now there's like the way that the muscles are kind of going back and forth, they're pulsating. Does that make sense? I'm trying to like, so think of like back muscles, and how they're all striated is the word that I'm looking for. And they're pulsing like this. So I'm getting super hot. I don't know if that makes any sense. But that's what he's showing me physically right now with that.
Well, he does have a luxated patella that we've been working on, and it could be affecting his back.
This is muscle. I'm thinking more muscles, because I'm like, I need to stretch, I need to move, to either, I don't know what that is. That's what he's showing me with the, it's more muscles than, anything else. Specifically the two muscles that are going down like this. I don't, my vet tech ears. So the muscles that are going down like this along the back. I don't know what they're called, but it's these muscles that are right here. Those are the ones that are pulsating. So starting from the shoulders all down the back. Care?
Yes, he brought me to his digestion and it being a little too warm, which might relate to what you're saying, Jody, about feeling warm. I'm feeling like my large intestine meridian is like textury, lit up, and my mouth is a little watery from it too. And that warmth could be coming up through the eyes. If he's having eye issues, it could be the heat is coming up through his eyes because the digestion, right? The large intestine and the liver are kind of close together. And so the heat from the liver could be coming up through that meridian, through the eyes and causing some heat to come out through the eyes. He definitely could, need
go ahead.
some diet balance, but we've talked about before, but I think the heat, there's something about it coming into spring and it's already warm. And then the heat from the imbalance in his diet is like, it's making him a little extra warm and dry. I feel like there's some dryness going on there. Does that make sense to you, Kate?
Yeah, it's very dry here and it's going to be 100 degrees
Yeah.
tomorrow, which is unusual.
Yeah.
I'm in Colorado, so.
Yeah.
I'm also
Anything
getting
else,
the
Jody?
dry too, like again, it's the pulsing of the muscles, like the muscles are having to work extra. Those two muscles that are going right down. It like I can't get enough. Do you know what I mean? Like there's not enough hydration and they're just, I don't want to say pumping too hard or pulsating is the word he's making me feel. So now I'm getting it again around the hip kind of down here. So again, those two muscles and how they're striated. I feel like I'm on fire is what I'm feeling like with that. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I just feel like I'm super hot.
Fire would be a bad thing.
Is he on a medication?
He has thyroid issues.
Oh, that's the heat and the, okay.
Thank you.
That makes so much
Okay.
sense. Cause I
He's
didn't know
on
about that.
he's on medication,
Okay.
thyroid.
But he is saying, something about you're more settled, a little more settled. He would like to be a little more settled. Everybody needs to settle. It's kind of what he's saying. Everybody needs to settle. I want to be settled. Too much was going on before, and he wants to just settle. So he needs some time to just do nothing. I feel like I want to lay back and put cucumbers on my eyes, like in a spa, and just relax. And not just him, but you.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says you do it all. I already know you do it all for him. He wants you to do it for you because you've been so busy. He needs you to settle as well because your energy is up and it's making his energy up.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because
Oh,
he
yeah.
loves when you settle. It really helps ground him when you are grounded. So he's
Okay.
asking you to come back to that.
That's true. I work all the time.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So take
I'm
some settle
retired.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm retired.
Jody, any last thing before we wrap up for Kate?
Calm down. Calm down. Bring it down. That's what I keep saying.
He's showing you this little pause, like,
Yeah, it's the calm
Yeah.
down.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And it's better because I have him almost full time now.
Nice.
So
That's wonderful. That's
Yep.
great.
Mm.
That's what he means by you're more settled, so he can be more settled. So now
Mhm.
you take advantage of that with him more is what he needs right now. But I will tell you his life, I don't feel his life force seeping. I know he's an older dog. He's still holding, he's retaining it. So if you can get the things settled and more smooth in his system, he's not like seeping energy.
Okay, good.
Okay.
He's
All
going to
right.
live forever.
I hope so. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, may
Well,
live
thank-
1,000 years.
All right. Well, I
Thank
hope
you,
that
Kate,
helps,
for
Kate.
sharing
Yeah,
him.
it does. He gets massaged twice a week.
Good.
So I can tell her about the back, and he also gets acupuncture. So I can tell him about that.
Tell them to liver heat. Check for liver heat.
Liver heat.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're at
Thank
time
you.
on all of these. You're welcome. We're at time on all of our readings. So I'm going to hand it back over to Jackie so that we can kind of wrap up the evening before we move on to hang out with Richie in the after party.
Okay, so I have to do the drawings now, right?
Yes. Are we ready to
Okay.
do those?
So, yep, I have everything up. I just have to
Okay.
shuffle, but I wanted to shuffle with everybody watching because I wanted to make sure,
Oh.
everybody sees it's legit.
All right. So let me help.
Okay.
You can share screen. So you can share your screen.
Oh, I'm
if you'd
actually
like.
on the computer, so I don't think I could do that.
Okay. Well, however you'd like to
Well,
do it.
I'm on my phone and then I'm on the computer for the wheel.
Okay.
So here I'm going to shuffle the names up. Bunch. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Erin Standing.
Spell her last name.
S as in Sam, Standing.
I know her.
Erin Standing.
Okay.
She's a
Wonderful.
foster of ours.
Oh,
Oh,
wonderful.
nice.
Yeah, she's not on the call. It was her son's graduation for
Oh.
baseball or something, but that's her.
Okay, I have her name down. So we'll make sure we get the information to her through email.
And Jackie, what
So
was
Karen,
that
yeah.
spin for?
I'm sorry.
What was that spin for?
Oh, the free reading.
The free reading. Cool. Okay.
All right, Karen, we just doing 6 in a row?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here we go again. We'll do another shuffle. Okay, good luck. That's me.
Jackie, you won. Awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, I'm actually so happy about that. Oh my God. Okay, do another shuffle. All right. So this is 3.
Yeah.
Darlene.
Congratulations, Darlene. What's Darlene's last name?
Yes. She did a reading. She was the first reading, actually.
I know, but she didn't ever tell us her last name.
Okay. Here we go. Shuffle. Okay. Virginia Lazaro.
Oh, okay. Okay. She wasn't here tonight
Okay.
either.
Erin standing again.
Wow, Erin, lucky woman.
Yeah.
She must have bought a lot of raffle
right.
tickets.
She did.
Okay, so this next one, before you spin, this next one is
Yep.
for a training session, online training session with Richie. So number 6 is a special gift from Richie. So let's see who gets this one.
Okay, here we go. Last one. Good luck. Virginia. We got double winners today.
I think Virginia does not actually have a dog right now because I know Virginia.
Okay.
So I think she'll be okay because I know her.
We
If you just
respin?
respin, yeah.
Sure. You got it. Okay. Heather McLean.
Is Heather here?
I don't believe
Okay.
so.
All right.
We'll
Well,
just contact
Heather,
her.
fabulous.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Congratulations, winners. We're very
Yes.
excited to work with you. And Jackie will send
I'm
out your
so-
email, right? Tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And Jackie will pair you with one of us and with Richie.
Perfect.
So Jackie, anything, there's a couple more things that, to just wrap up. Do you want to talk about them? Or do you, or I
It's
can
up
do
to
it
you.
if you'd like.
Well, just a reminder for the 15% donation, if you book before July 31st, the 15% of that booking comes to our rescue.
So yeah, if you didn't win tonight, if you want a longer 30 or 60-minute private session with any one of us and you decide you want to pay for that, we will each individually donate back 15% of that reading cost to Perry and Jackie through July 31st. So we're going to continue to give back to them if anyone decides they want a private reading and they didn't win one tonight. So we just want to say thank you for supporting these amazing women and their wonderful rescues. These animals really.
And thank you all
Yeah.
for offering this to us. We can't, I mean, we're so appreciative because again, we can't do any of what we do without supporters like you guys and supporters like everybody that bought tickets in today. We need it. There's so many dogs right now that are in need, dire need. And without us, we can't do it. And without you, we can't do it. So we appreciate all of you, every single one of you. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate you all.
Yes, there we go.